Alright, to start off this look, I'm using my Smashbox Pore Minimizing Face Primer, and then I will be using my Rimmel Lasting Finish Foundation in Light Ivory. This is a full coverage foundation, and I'm also using my Real Technique sponge to blend all of that out. I am also loving these Real Techniques foundation sponges, and I think I like them better than my Beauty Blender, especially with the flat side that is on the sponge that you can blend out concealer under your eyes so easily. Moving on, after foundation, I am going to cover up a few of my blemishes with the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer in number 1, and I just had a couple spots that I wanted to cover up. And then with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Fair Neutral, I am just placing that underneath my eyes for a highlight, and then on the center of my face just to brighten everything up. And then taking that same sponge, using the flat side of the sponge, I am just blending all of that out, and you want to use very light pressure when you are blending anything underneath your eyes, as your skin there is much thinner and way more delicate than any other part of your face. So after I've blended everything out, I'm just going to set underneath my eyes with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just lightly dusting that underneath there. And then I'm just going to quickly speed through my brows. I'm doing it the same way I always do it with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm using dark brown for the majority of my brow, and then I do use taupe for the inner part and a little bit on the top of my brow. And then I am just using the spoolie just to blend everything out, and that's pretty much it. Moving on to the eyes, I'm using my NARS eye primer, and this is my favorite eye primer. I use it pretty much in every video, but I'm just applying that all over my lid and then blending it out with my finger. So for this look today, I'm using the Lorac Pro palette, and the first color I'm using is Cream. Now I'm just applying this all over my lid just to kind of smooth it out so it's easier to blend all the other colors. And for that, I'm using my Coastal Scents BR250 brush. And then the other color that I'm going in with next is Mauve from the palette, and I'm using that same brush, and I'm just applying that into my crease. So I'm just going in windshield wiper motions at first, and I'm just building the intensity slowly. And then I am going in with my Morphe E23 brush just to blend everything out. And then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to apply mauve with that BR250 brush from Coastal Scents and build up the intensity. Now if you do have hooded eyes, you will want to go a little bit above your crease. That way you'll actually be able to see the shadows on your lid when you open up your eye, as opposed to if you put it in your crease, it's not going to show up as well when you open your eye. So the next color that I'm going in with is Sable from the palette, and I'm using the Morphe 514 brush. This is just a really tiny detailer type brush, and I'm just applying that to the outer crease, and it pretty much does all the blending for you with this type of brush. And then I totally got distracted. I don't know what I was looking at, but I couldn't concentrate, obviously. And then I am just taking the same color and the same brush with a little more product, and I'm kind of making like a C shape on the outer corner, and then I'm just kind of blending it inward. I feel like doing that, darkening the outer corner a little bit, really helps when you have hooded eyes. I feel like it kind of pulls your eye upward. So we're just doing the same thing to the other side. So after that, I'm just going in with the original brush that we used with that mauve color and kind of blending everything out with that. And I'm not adding any additional product right now. I'm just kind of going over where we just added that sable color, and then going back in with the E23 brush, I'm just kind of smoothing out any edges. And then for the lid color, I'm going to go ahead and dampen the brush, and I'm mixing nude and champagne together. I'm more so using nude and then just a little bit of champagne, since it does have a little bit of glitter in it, and I'm just packing that onto the lid. And for that, I'm using the Real Techniques base shadow brush, and you want to just pack that all over the lid and try not to go too high with it, and try not to cover up the outer corner. And then just taking a small detailer brush, I'm using white, and I'm just placing that right in the center. And then I'm just taking that mauve color and I'm adding a little bit of product, and I'm just blending everything out. You don't want any harsh lines from the lid to the crease. And then I'm going in with that sable color again and just deepening up the outer corner and the crease one more time. To highlight my brow bone, I'm mixing white and cream together and just placing that right below my brow bone, and then I'm taking the E23 brush just to blend all of that out so you don't just have like a white line underneath your brow. And then taking any black liner, I'm using one from NARS. I'm just tightlining my eyes, and I did pop on my red cherry lashes. These are my favorite lashes, but I have no idea which ones they are. And then I'm just applying my NYX white liner, and then using my Morphe G2 brush, I'm just dusting away any additional powder that I had. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm using my Sigma powder brush and my MAC Studio Carolyn powder in light. And then I'm using the MAC Pro Emphasized Face Powder, and I'm just using that to brighten underneath my eyes, again with the Morphe G2 brush. To bronze up my face, I'm using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer and the Morphe M401 brush. This is a tulip brush, and I think it works well with anything. I've used it with blush, I've used it for contouring, and I use it for bronzer. And I just love this brush. I think it is a staple, and I think that you can use it for anything, and it blends everything out beautifully. And then I'm just adding a little bit of bronzer to my neck because this foundation is slightly too pink for me, so I just needed to warm everything up. And then I am using the Lorac Pro Contour palette and my Morphe E8 brush just to contour, and I am using the lightest shade to do that. And then to blend it out, I will go back in with that tulip brush from Morphe, and this just helps to blend everything together so there's no harsh lines. For blush today, I'm using the MAC blush in Well Dressed, and this does have a little bit of a sheen to it, so it kind of gives you like a healthy glow. And then I'm using my Sigma large angled contour brush in F40. It is a contour brush, which I've used it for that, but I do love it for blush as well. And then I'm just cleaning up underneath my contour with a little bit of Laura Mercier translucent powder, and then taking a tiny angled detailer brush, I am just using mauve to darken the outer edges of my eyes right underneath. And then to brighten up my eyes, I'm taking a small brush and using nude just on the inner corners. And then to blend everything out, I'm using my Sigma Duo Fiber brush, and this is one of my favorite brushes to blend everything out. For highlight today, I'm using my Morphe M310 brush and my Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. For lips today, I'm using MAC Lip Pencil in Boldly Bare. And for lipstick, I'm using Revlon Pink Pout, which is one of my favorite pink lipsticks. It is more blue based, so it will make your teeth look whiter. And then I'm also topping that off with a Buxom gloss, as I usually do. And today I'm using White Russian. This is also one of my favorite lip glosses from them. It doesn't have any glitter or anything like that in there. And after that, you just want to set your face, and this look is complete. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!